Hi guys. Alright, I wanted to bring this to you because this is probably the largest sum of money any native people have received from the American government. I personally know somebody who is in at least part of this tribe. And I messaged them and I asked them if this was the settlement their family was waiting for. He has yet to respond to me, and he probably would at some point. I don't think it is, but it may just be another settlement on top of that, and his family probably won't see any of it. But anyways, the feds have actually paid out a super score of money, a $940 million to the Sioux, S-I-O-U-X, folks. The Oglala Sioux tribe. Basically ABC 7, I think that's KDAT or KOAT, I'm not sure which, because I don't know if that's an O or a D. Was told that President John Yellowbird Steele of Oglala Sioux tribe was satisfied with the settlement of the $940 million, but in other areas, the treaty obligations, they need to work out things. I need to also contact one of my other buddies who I haven't talked with in a long time and ask him if his family is eligible for any of this payout. There was a supposed $3.4 billion payout to the Blackfoot tribe in 2012 over use of land and oil extraction, and I wonder whether or not a friend I was in high school with who had actually transferred has any actual native roots to where his family can actually get that money. But anyways, folks, you can see it here. This is not anything major, hokey or anything. This is actually true. This is from a 1990 lawsuit. Okay, so it is KOAT.
Tribal leaders say it's a satisfying end to a sad chapter in the relationship between Native American tribes and the federal government. 25 years ago, the Rama chapter of the Navajo Nation sued the government, claiming they were cheated out of millions of dollars. The feds contracted with tribal agencies to run programs like law enforcement, housing, and other social services. The tribes claim the U.S. never paid their fair share.
The federal government's conduct was not just cruel and wrong, it was illegal.
Tribal leaders stood here today and said the federal government's underpayment of those contracts resulted in poverty, unemployment, a poor education system, and poor health care on tribal land.
All right, and there was other things involving past disputes and stuff for like wars and different things of that sort as well. As you know, folks, I am mostly Cherokee. There is part of my bloodline that does go into the Sioux nations. In fact, I haven't heard many of the tribes and the other Indian groups that kind of don't link back to the Sioux at one point or another in their history. So this is huge. I doubt I could get any of this money because I'm not that 16 or 18% needed to register with the tribe. And not to mention, I'm not, what do they say, Oglala Sioux? So I'm mostly Cherokee. One of my dad's buddy is mostly Sioux. He's with Lakota. And he actually has a picture of meeting with Yellowbird there. And his whole family is meeting with that guy, so they have actual connections, or at least tribal connections, with President Yellowbird. I've actually seen photos of the family with that guy. So no doubt at some point the family is going to get a fun little inheritance. I don't know if that will actually be true or not. But you guys get the idea. And I wanted to put this out there because this is actually important to history and everything else, folks. Thank you.